All right.
How are we
Pasa.
doing?
All right.
Nada. I wanted to ask you, since you were alive before this happened and we kind of grew up with it, not to give away your specific age, of course, but could you describe?
It's on my MySpace profile, and it's right there.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was wondering how you felt, as an email turned into interaction, turned into social networking, what the internet was like at the dawn of social networking, since this is really what our class is about. And you really haven't given us much of a personal take on it.
A personal take on it. Well, I found email to be incredibly empowering when it started up. It was suddenly became very easy to reach a lot of people in a quick way. With phones, you could call people up, but you got to go through the hassle of them not being there and leaving a message and then maybe getting back a message, and it's always very, there's a lot of overhead in getting in touch with people. I found that I could, as a young academic, because that's when I started with email, I could get in touch with, big name scholars, important people, and senior people in the field that I don't know, and reach them and get interesting things happening, like organizing conferences, getting them to speak, that sort of thing. So I found it very effective in that way, and also to bring people together. When we formed our Media Ecology Association, for a couple of years prior to that, we had started a listserv and just had more and more people talking about media ecology and building up to that. So it was very important. It really laid the groundwork for that effort.
This guy created the global village. Remember that.
No, actually, in a way, I was born into the global village, since Sputnik was launched a couple of weeks after I was born. Jimmy's creeping up. Come on over, Jimmy. It's okay.
How you doing, Lance?
How's it going?
Wonderful.
Always good to see you, Jimmy.
I know.
It's always a pleasure.
I'm the only one
Can
in
you
the class.
put on
that
those
can
shades
put
for a
on
minute?
shades.
Yeah, it's sort of,
I
this
wear
is,
my sunglasses at night.
you kind of look like the Terminator.
I kind of am.
You kind of am, yeah. Okay.
Okay, my question for you is, it was about one of my earlier blogs, and actually it was mentioned in our Bible, Communications in Cyberspace. It's talking about the direction of Microsoft,
Yes.
and Bill Gates, how they're kind of moving away from computer programming. They're one of the largest distributors of computer hardware and software in the world right now, and they're kind of changing the entire direction of their business towards like a more television aspect rather than computers.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling, and this is why I commented in my blog, I feel like we're on the dawn of the age where television and the computer are going to kind of like meet and kind of
Sure.
form like a super medium where everybody can be interactively like watching things and communicating with each other at the same time.
Right.
So I kind of have a two-part question. Do you think like we are on the dawn of something like that? And
Yes.
if so, like how do you think that? Do you think it's going to be like dominated by the computer, like coming into like more of a television aspect, or the television kind of moving?
Well, that's a good question, surprisingly. And people have been talking about this, convergence, and somebody had the phrase teleputer, to try to talk about it. I mean, the main thing is that the computer and really the larger thing of the internet is sort of absorbing everything else.
Yeah.
So television is becoming part of the internet.
How do you think we're going to be able to like interactively interact with people like through our television? I don't know. That's the part that I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work out. I'm excited for it, but I don't know how it's gonna work out.
We're already sitting here in front of a computer screen, and there's no real distinction between a computer screen and a TV set, especially as we move to high definition. And so you can watch it full screen mode, or you can watch it as a window and have other windows open and do other things in them. I think this is, this is where we're at right now. Where what the next step will be is sort of interesting. I mean, one possibility, looking at you right now, would be to have the screen, instead of being out here, right? I'm here. I'm going to touch the screen. I wonder how this You can't really see it here. I could put
Yeah,
my
there you go.
touch the screen, or this, you could put the screen in your glasses and watch it that way, so that it's just you watching it, but in effect, what you're seeing is just out in front of you, laid out, all in
They
front
also
of you.
they had something.
Which would also help with all the UV rays, since we've blown
There you
out
go.
the ozone layer.
There you
You're gonna need that. Yeah.
In the new Microsoft's new product, Microsoft, what's it called? I can't remember, but it's something to the extent of Microsoft Television.
Yeah.
They're saying that the Xbox 360 controller might be like a main component in like how people are going to be able to interact like with their television.
Is that like the PlayStation controllers?
Yeah, yeah.
I hate those
similar,
things,
similar.
man.
And they have the little headset where you can like
Yeah.
talk and
Yeah, the headset, sure.
flame with people back and forth.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure that'll be part of it, but I think the Wii is a better.
Really?
I like that thing there, the
Just
Wii.
'cause it's interactive.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel clumsy with all those little weird knobby things and stuff. I'm more of a joystick kind of guy. Just one stick, one button, and blow them away. That was the real video games back.
Atari style?
Yeah, Atari, man, Atari, Missile Command, Space Invaders. Just pure mayhem.
Beautiful. All right. Well, I won't take up all your time. Thank you for your input.
Thank you very much.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Anybody else up?
Well, I'm concerned about the time, though. We're at 12 minutes here. Are we going to exceed Ted, my expert? Are we going to exceed the time limit? Huh?
I think we might.
We might. So we're going to cut it off here. And once again, for Interactive Rams, this is Lance Strate signing out.